It is like climbing a mountain. It is strong. It is like a bad descent. It is easily obtained. Despite the passing of about 10 centuries, these findings maintain their validity as it is said today. It is not easy to go after the good, the right, the good, the beneficial. Just like climbing a mountain is difficult. It is difficult. It requires patience, will, and effort. Goodness is to serve the nation. Goodness is to improve the glory of Turkey. Goodness is to extend a helping hand to the oppressed and victims. We are the seekers of goodness. We are the seekers of hardship. We are the seekers of walking until our last breath on the path we know is right. Another heart of our Sultan, as Yunus Emre said, the way is that it is right, the eye is that it is right, the hand is that it is low, the one who looks from the top is not the eye. Yes, we are at the service of our dear nation by adding our night to our day, without looking at anyone from the top, without being arrogant, without being arrogant. We are at the service of our dear nation by adding our night to our day, without looking at anyone from the top, without being arrogant, without being arrogant. We are at the service of our dear nation by adding our night to our day, without looking at anyone from the top, without being arrogant, without being arrogant. We are in a very large-scale effort to save our country from the clutches of half a century, such as divisive terror, by making it reach its 100th anniversary with ease. For this, we enter if it is necessary to take risks, we do if it is necessary to fight, we use if it is necessary to use force. If it is necessary to talk, we do it without hesitation. Let my nation know that we are never after political progress. We are after the future of the nation and the country to be guaranteed. I would like to thank my brother for his support. On July 8th, there was a ceremony to present the letter of trust of the ambassadors. The next day, we held the last group meeting of our party and shared our evaluations on the agenda. At the weekend, we were in Kızılca Hamam to hold our 30-second consultation and evaluation meeting. We had important consultations with the executive staff for 2 days in the broadest sense of the term of our party.
Terörsüz Türkiye sürecimizde evlatlarımıza üzerinde mutlu, müreffeh.
In our opening and closing address, we evaluated the most critical issues of our country, especially our terrorist Turkey process. In our speech, we also outlined the historical, political, and ideological framework of the new period. Of course, some people were disturbed by this. In addition, our messages to the Turkish-Kurdish-Arab alliance seriously threatened the current representatives of the one-party fascism, who are fed up with bloodshed and conflicts outside. They came out and accused us of nationalism as if it were a crime. They tried to spread fear by saying that the Republic was under threat.
Ertesi gün AK Parti
For the
kadın
last 5
kolları
days, we have heard
güzellik
such
akademisi
absurd arguments and
vesilesiyle
claims
hanım
that even the
kardeşlerimizle
expression of
bir
ignorance is
araya geldik.
insufficient to explain
Aynı
all
gün
this nonsense.
Irak Temsilciler Meclisi Başkanı Mahmut
They are not
Meşegali
aware of the
ve
concept of
heyetiyle
nation
çok verimli bir görüşmemiz
or the
oldu.
concept of
4
nationhood.
Temmuz'da Ekonomik İşbirliği Teşkilatı'nın
They are
en
ignorant
iyi
enough
meclis
to see the
zirvesine
opposite of
katılmak
each other.
üzere Azerbaycan
They are ignorant
Han
enough to not even realize that it is
30
possible
yıllık
to
işgalin
defend the
ardından
universal brotherhood of
özgürlüğüne
Muslims
kavuşan Karabağ, Azerbaycan Cumhurbaşkanı
while
İlham Aliyev
defending the
kardeşimin
unity and
liderliğinde
togetherness of the Turkish
yaralarını
nation.
süratle
They are ignorant
sarıyor.
enough to not even realize
Kuzey
that this is a
Kıbrıs
duty
Cumhuriyeti
for
Cumhurbaşkanı
us.
Sayın Ersin Tatar'ın da
They
zirveye
are detached
iştiraki
from the nation and
ayrıca
the world of
anlamlıydı.
faith of the nation.
Buradan bir kez daha
Dear
sıcak ev
brothers and
sahipliği
sisters,
için
we have seen
silah
all these
kardeşime
signs of indifference
teşekkür
not
ederim.
only in the hysterical
8 Temmuz
reactions to
Salı
our
günü
speech in Kizilke
Büyükelçilerin birer
Amen,
mektubu takdim töreni vardı. Ertesi gün ise
but
partimizin
also
son
in the
grup
LGS
toplantısını
debate.
gerçekleştirerek gündeme dair
The number of students who have been
değerlendirmelerimizi
successful in the
paylaştık.
exam has been
Hafta
increasing
sonu
day by day.
32.
We
istişare
did not
ve
lie. We did
değerlendirme
not lie.
toplantımızı yapmak üzere Kızılcahamam'daydık.
Here, the debate
Partimizin en
immediately
geniş
turned
manada
into the enmity
kurmay
of Imam
kadrosuyla
Hatip.
2 gün boyunca önemli istişarelerimiz oldu. Açılış ve
The debate
kapanış
immediately turned
hitabımızda
into the enmity of
başta
Imam
terörsüz
Hatip.
Türkiye sürecimiz
I am not
olmak üzere
Imam Hatip.
ülkemizin en kritik meselelerini enine boyuna değerlendirdik. Konuşmamızda ayrıca yeni dönemin tarihi,
They have done their jobs
siyasi,
so far,
fikri
so much
çerçevesini
so that our bright children were unfortunately targeted by an Imam Hatip middle school in Bursa.
Kürt, Arap İttifakı'na yönelik mesajlarımız dışarıda kandan ve
So much so that our bright children were unfortunately targeted by an Imam Hatip middle school in Bursa.
ciddi manada tedirgin etti.
Although our ministry shared the necessary information transparently,
Kabahatmiş gibi bizi
they ignored the
hürmetçilikle
pure, innocent
itham ettiler.
feelings of our children aged
Cumhuriyetin
13,
altında diyerek
14.
korku yaymaya çalıştılar. Son 5 gündür
Once again, I
öyle
have to say
saçma
this
argümanlar,
openly.
öyle absürt iddialar duyduk
We
ki
must ensure the
bütün
highest
saçmalıkları
level of security
anlatmaya
in all
cehalet
exams.
ifadesi bile yetersiz kalıyor.
We will not
Ne
allow
millet
any of our
kavramından,
children's efforts
ne
and hopes to
ümmet
be wasted.
mefhumundan haberdarlar. İkisini
We have
birbirine
always been
zıttı
careful
görecek
about
kadar
this.
da bilgisizler. Türk milletinin birliğini,
We have always been
beraberliğini
careful about
savunurken
this.
Müslümanların evrensel kardeşliğini de
Turkey is a country that has been pointed out
savunmanın
about the security
hatta
of
bunun bizim
exams.
için bir görev olduğunu anlamayacak kadar
Every year, we do our children's, our young people's, our people's exams without encountering any problems.
Değerli kardeşlerim, bütün bu
In this case,
hazımsızlığın
the
işaretlerini
mentality that manipulates the feelings of middle school students and makes politics is weak.
LGS tartışmasında da
In particular, it is a mentality that is politically corrupt and corrupt. The port of politics is morality. It is conscience.
yalan bırakmadılar. Burada da tartışma
Politics
hemen
also has limits that it
İmam
must
Hatip
observe.
düşmanlığına evrildi. İmam Hatipliyim ya.
It is our duty to take care of them, regardless of opposition power.
Bursa'daki bir İmam Hatip ortaokulunun astığı tebrik pankartı
No one has the right to play with the feelings of our children.
maalesef hedef gösterildi.
No
Bakanlarımız
one has the right to
gerekli
play with the
bilgileri
feelings of their
şekilde
parents,
paylaşmasına
who have
rağmen
suffered all kinds of
13-14
sacrifice for the
yaşındaki
education of their
çocuklarımızın
children.
temiz, saf, masum
Politics
duygularını
cannot be made with
istismar ettik.
hearsay, gossip, and
Bir defa şunu
speculation.
açık açık söylemek durumundayım.
Such a
Bütün
thing is never
sınavlarda
done on a sensitive issue.
güvenliğin en üst düzeyde sağlanması
I
bizim
only say this to those who
olmazsa
have been
olmazımız.
provoking our children for
Hiçbir
days.
evladımızın emeğinin, umutlarının heba edilmesine
Please leave the
izin
pure
vermeyiz.
children of this country
Bu
alone.
hususta her zaman dikkatli olduk. Çok titiz davrandık.
If you have no benefit for the
Talihsiz bir
country,
duruş
at least
sergiledik.
do not harm Turkey.
Türkiye sınav güvenliği konusunda
Do not
parmakla
disinformation.
gösterilen bir ülkedir. Her yıl milyonlarca
Do not
evladımızın,
damage the trust in the
gencimizin,
political institution.
insanımızın girdiği sınavları hamdolsun hiçbir sorunla
Regardless of the
karşılaşmadan
points it receives from
yapıyoruz.
here, I kiss the eyes of all of our children who take the LGS exam.
Manipüle ederek siyaset yapan zihniyet
I wish each of them success from Allah. Dear children, do not forget,
siyaseten
we trust you.
ve müfsit bir zihniyettir.
We love you.
Siyasetin
Together with your
kuralı
parents, you are the hope of our nation. You are the guarantors of our bright
siyasetin ve
future.
itibarı, ilkeleri gözetmesi gereken
You are the architects of our future.
bunlara riayet etmek
I hope each of you will be a source of pride for both us and your families,
hepimizin görevidir.
to come to
Kimsenin
very good
evlatlarımızın
places in the
duygularıyla
future.
oynamaya hakkı yoktur. Kimsenin
May Allah protect
çocuklarının
you.
eğitimi için her türlü fedakarlığa katlanan
May
anne
Allah
babaların
open your
hissiyatıyla
way and your
oynamaya
fortune.
hakkı yoktur ve olamaz. Duyumla,
Dear press members, Tuesday was the 9th anniversary of a magnificent uprising written in golden letters to our history.
hiç yapılmaz. Günlerdir evlatlarımızı
It was the 9th
kışkırtanlara
year of the revolution.
yalnızca şunu diyorum. Bu ülkenin
We proudly realized the national will epic of July 15th when we defeated the FETO traitors as 86 million.
madem ülkeye bir faydanız yok,
On July 15th, on the day of democracy and national unity,
dezenformasyon yapmayın. Siyaset kurumuna
we
olan
once again
güveni
commemorated the 253 heroes who fell to the
buradan
ground that
aldığı
night.
puan ne olursa olsun, LGS sınavına giren evlatlarımızın
We
hepsinin
expressed our
gözlerinden
gratitude to
öpüyorum.
our 2,740
Allah'tan
brothers who were
başarılar
honored
diliyorum.
with veteranship.
Sevgili evlatlarım, unutmayın.
May Allah be pleased with all of them. I wish mercy to all our heroes who were martyred on July 15th while protecting our homeland, our flag, and our future.
Sizler aydınlık yarınlarımızın teminatı.
I wish mercy to all our heroes who were martyred on July 15th while protecting our homeland, our flag, and our future.
Gelecek, başarılarınızla hem bizim
We will always be grateful to the brave men who challenged the coup plotters, saying that we will die like men for our country and our nation.
değerli basın mensupları.
We will always be grateful to the brave men who challenged the coup plotters, saying that we will die like men for our country and our nation.
Seneyi devriyesiydi. FETÖ'cü hainleri bozguna
We will
uğrattı.
always remember those who said, "Our struggle with the organization continues with determination."
Yine gururla idrak ettik.
From the fact that it does not comply with the FETO.
O gece toprağa düşen 253
So far,
kahramanı
34% of the internal affairs, 24% of national defense, and 18% of national education, a total of 155,000 people have been cut off from the public.
Rabbim hepsinden razı olsun. 15 Temmuz şehitleriyle birlikte
28,000 of them have been reinstated to
vatanımıza,
their positions. A
bayrağımıza
decision
ve
has been made on
istikbalimize
all
sahip çıkarken
289
şehit
active
olan
coup
tüm
cases.
kahramanlarımıza rahmet diliyorum.
In these cases, 1,634
Bir
people were
terörist
sentenced to imprisonment.
ama adam gibi ölür diyen, öleceksek
1,366
ülkemiz
people were
ve
sentenced to
milletimiz
imprisonment,
için
and
adam gibi ölelim
1,891
diyerek
people were sentenced to
darbecilere
permanent
meydan okuyan
imprisonment.
yiğitleri daima şükranla
Currently, the
anıyoruz.
organization has around
15 Temmuz'da
11,000 members
oyun diyenleri, tiyatro
in the
diyenleri,
punishment and
danışıklı
execution
dövüş diyerek
institutions.
çamur atanları da hiçbir zaman
Our operations for the
affetmeyecek,
organization's finance,
daima
trade,
esefle
employee recruitment,
hatırlayacağız.
bureaucracy,
Şu
and
oyun
especially the establishment of a
FETÖ
MAREM
olmaz
continue.
gerçeğinden hareketle örgütle mücadelemiz
Now look, dear
kararlılıkla
brothers,
yürüyor.
FETO has grown in
Bugüne
the
kadar
protection of foreign powers since
%32'si,
its establishment.
%24'ü milli savunma ve %18'i milli eğitim
Coups
olmak
and
üzere
anti-democratic
toplam
interventions have
155
overtaken
kişinin
FETO,
kamuyla ilişiği kesildi.
especially with the
Bunlardan
coup of
28'i
1980. FETO's intervention on
tekrar
February
iade
28th made FETO panic.
189 fiili darbe davasının
After
tamamında
these two
karar
coups,
verildi.
the organization
Bu
managed to
davalarda
infiltrate the state
1634
asymmetrically.
kişi ağırlaştırılmış müebbet,
With their focus on
1366
intervention
kişi
and their
müebbet,
phobia of intervention,
1891 kişi ise süreli
they supported
hapis
FETO
cezası aldı.
while they were almost spilling blood
Halihazırda
on the organic
ceza infaz
structures.
kurumlarında 11.000 civarında
We can easily see this when we look at the actors of the coup attempt on July 17th and the betrayal on July 15th.
bürokrasi ve özellikle mahrem
It
yapılanmasına
is
yönelik
obvious that this did not
operasyonlarımız
happen in the natural
devam ediyor.
process.
Şimdi bakınız değerli kardeşlerim.
The
FETÖ
closure of
kuruluşundan
imamatives, the
itibaren
implementation of
yabancı
headscarves,
güçlerin
bans, and
himayesinde
multiple
büyümüş.
cruelties at universities,
Darbeler
etc.
ve antidemokratik müdahaleler
The
ise
rest is all
FETÖ'nün
because of FETO.
önünü açmıştır. Özellikle 1980 darbesiyle
FETO has an
28
intention
Şubat
to expand its
müdahalesi
territory.
FETÖ'yü palazlandırmış. Örgüt
For centuries,
12
while the
darbeden
area
sonra
of traditional
asimetrik
religious
olarak
institutions that protect
devlete
our
sıçramayı
imamate
başarmıştır.
has been narrowed,
Vesayet odakları,
the
iktidar
maneuvering area of
ofisinde
the organization has
organik
been
yapılara
expanded as
adeta
much as
kan
possible.
kustururken
The coups
FETÖ'yü
that FETO
desteklemiş,
attempted to carry
korumuş,
out on July 17th,
serpilmesine
25,
göz
in the
yummuşlar.
midst of the MIT
Gerek
crisis,
17-25
make
darbe
more sense
girişiminin
in the light of
takdirlerine,
what is happening
gerekse
today.
15 Temmuz ihanetinin elebaşlarına baktığımızda bunu rahatça görebiliyoruz. Bunun doğal mecrasında
It becomes more obvious
gerçekleşmediği
what the real
gayet
goals of
açık.
these traitors are. It is not clear that this is a Trojan horse full of agents that FETO has put inside us without a complete understanding.
Uygulamaların gerisinde de FETÖ vardır. FETÖ'ye alan açma niyeti vardır.
It is not clear that this is a Trojan horse full of agents that FETO has put inside us without a complete understanding.
Alanı daraltılırken örgütün manevra alanı olabildiğince genişletilmiştir. FETÖ'nün MİT krizinde
At the same time, this Trojan horse has broken its arm and leg. Global imperialism has lost its most loyal ally in Turkey on July 15th. The struggle is not over yet.
Ne olduğu daha belirgin hale gelmektedir. Bu gerçek tam
We will
anlaşılmadan
continue our
FETÖ'nün
struggle,
içimizde
God
sokulmuş,
willing,
ajanlarla dolu bir Truva atı
by making a
olduğu
very good
anlaşılabilir.
separation between the
15
guilty and
Temmuz
the innocent,
destanı
with
sadece
determination,
milli iradeyi
patience, and
ve
tenacity,
demokrasimizi
until the
içten
roots of
almamış,
the organization
aynı
are
zamanda
dried.
bu Truva atının da kolunu,
We will
bacağını
continue our struggle, God willing, by
küresel
making a very
emperyalizm
good separation
15
between the
Temmuz'da
guilty and the
Türkiye
innocent,
içindeki en sadık,
with determination, patience, and tenacity until the roots of the organization are dried.
örgütün kökünü
My
kurutuncaya
dear
kadar
brothers and sisters,
azimle,
meanwhile,
sabırla,
Israel is doing its
titizlikle
best to
suçlu
bleed our
mazlum
region, to
ayrımını
cause
çok iyi
chaos
yaparak
and turmoil.
inşallah mücadelemizi sürdüreceğiz. Değerli kardeşlerim,
On October 7,
arada
2023, 58,000 Palestinian brothers were martyred in Gaza. The number of our wounded brothers exceeded 138,000. Israel attacked Lebanon, Yemen, and Iran, along with
Gazze'de
Palestine.
58 bin Filistinli kardeşimiz şehit oldu.
It also
Yaralı
massacred the innocent
sayısı
there. It bombed civilian settlements. As if all of this was not enough, Israel has moved the field of terrorism to our neighbor Syria for the last 2 days.
Oralarda da masumları katletti. Sivil yerleşim yerlerini bombaladı. Bütün bunlar yetmezmiş gibi
I would like to
İsrail,
say this once again clearly and clearly. Israel is a terrorist state that does not recognize the law, does not recognize the rule, is unprincipled, is spoiled, and has turned its eyes. At this stage, the biggest problem of our region is Israel's aggression.
ve gözü dönmüş bir terör devletidir. Gelinen aşamada
This pain, this brutality, this genocide, this aggression will never be forgotten.
bölgeye yaşatılan bu acı, bu vahşet, bu soykırım,
There will be deep scars in the
hiçbir
conscience.
zaman unutulmayacak, vicdanlarda
If the
derin
monster
izler
is
kalacak.
not stopped as soon as possible, it will not hesitate to burn our region first, and then the world.
Sonra dünyayı ateşe atmaktan çekinmeyecektir.
We see
Biz
this.
bunu görüyoruz.
For 2 years, we have been bravely expressing this truth from the highest curtain.
Dillendiriyoruz. Bununla kalmıyor.
Not only that, we are taking the necessary measures against all kinds of scenarios.
Şunu bir kere daha altını çizerek ifade etmek
I would
istiyorum.
like to express this by underlining it once
Toprak
again.
bütünlüğünün, milli birliğinin,
It is our
üniter
basic
yapısının
policy to
ve
protect the
çok
territorial
bütünlüğünün
integrity,
bizim temel politikamız.
national unity, unitary structure, and multicultural identity of our neighbor Syria.
Yarın da kesinlikle
We did not
rıza
consent to the
göstermez.
destruction of Syria
Suriye'nin
yesterday.
toprak bütünlüğü özellikle rağmen
Today and tomorrow, we will definitely not consent. Syria's territorial integrity, especially those who dream of opening a corridor between its south and north,
biz buna izin vermeyeceğiz.
will not be able to achieve their goals with the permission of Allah.
Çok büyük bir hesap hatası yaptıklarını er ya da geç
We will not allow this with our Syrian
şunu da
brothers.
bilmesini isterim. Tıpkı sınırlarımız içindeki
Those who go down to the well with the rope of Israel will sooner or later realize that they have made a very big calculation error. I would like this to be known. Just like our Kurdish citizens within our borders, the Kurds in Syria are our own brothers. They are a part of us. We will not allow them to be a meal at the table of Zionism. It is our greatest desire for the Syrian people to live in peace with all its parts, not to mention Arabs, Turkmens, Kurds, Christians, Sunnis, Musairis, Dursis. This is the path to the prosperity of Syria. A stable Syria will create stability in all the countries around it. God forbid, in an adverse situation, everyone will carry the burden of this.
Bütün bu sıkıntıların üstesinden geleceğine yürekten inanıyorum.
From here, I convey our most sincere messages to the Syrian government and its people. My dear brother, I firmly believe that President Ahmed Shahra will overcome all these difficulties with his wise, resilient, supportive, and strong leadership. Today we had a telephone conversation with Mr. Shahra.
başta olmak üzere Suriye'deki tüm gelişmeleri an be an takip ediyoruz.
We discussed the situation on the ground and what can be done to stop the flowing blood. Our relevant ministries and security agencies are in contact with Syrian interlocutors. We are following all the developments in Syria, especially in Sweden, and we will. Yesterday, we saw that the ceasefire, which was made with the support of our country, was wanted to be sabotaged with the massacres of the armed militants provoked by Israel. Israel once again shows that it does not want peace. Peace and stability in Gaza or Syria. I wish mercy from God to our Syrian brothers who were brutally martyred in the massacres of separatist militants with the attacks of Israel. As Turkey, we will continue to be with Syria in the future, as it was in the past, and support our Syrian brothers. Those who are looking for a safe future with oppression and massacre should never forget that they are travelers. We are hunters. We are the owners of these lands. We have been living in this geography for 1,000 years. We have footprints in every piece of land. Our martyrs have holy blood. For 1,000 years, many tyrants have come here. They thought they would not be touched. Now only the ground is crumbling in their place. Whoever has an eye on our harem service, all their desires are in their grasp. Today's tyrants should look at the consequences of yesterday's tyrants instead of being offended by their cruelties and learn a lesson. I repeat, we are on the side of peace and tranquility in our honorable foreign policy, in our efforts for peace, in our diplomatic contacts. We do not feed hostility to anyone. We do not look anyone in the eye. We do not approach the enemy. We do not extend a hand to anyone's rights, sovereignty. We just want peace. We want peace and stability in our region. We have done what needs to be done for this. We will continue to do it. As long as we keep our interests in foreign policy, we will continue to keep humanity, conscience, rights, neighborliness, and brotherhood law. Dear members of the press, you know, yesterday we hosted the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, in our country. We held very comprehensive meetings with him, first as a double and then as a part of our committees. We hosted the first meeting of the High-Level Strategic Council. We have confirmed this important visit with 7 agreements. We plan to increase our trade with the United Arab Emirates to $20 billion this year and $40 billion in the medium term, God willing. In the coming period, we will strengthen our relations with our brothers in Körfez.
veya evlat edinme
We have also
sonrası
evaluated the latest
yarı
developments in
zamanlı
our
çalışma
region
hakkını
with the latest
hayata
phase of the
geçiriyoruz.
terrorist Turkey
Bu akşam
process.
yayınlanacak
We are taking
yönetmelik ise
supportive steps in the
memurlar
family year this
doğumdan
year.
itibaren
We are
yeni
reviving the
öğretim
right to
çağına
half-time
başlayana
work
kadar
after
yarım
birth or
zamanlı
childbirth to
çalışabilir.
women and men
Haftalık
officers.
20 saatlik çalışma esasına dayalı bu düzenleme
Officers will be able to work
ebeveynlerin
half-time from
çocuklarının
birth until
gelişimine
the age of
daha fazla
primary
zaman
education.
ayırmalarına ve
This
aile
arrangement,
içi
based on a
bağların
weekly 20-hour
güçlendirilmesine
work basis,
doğrudan
will directly
katkı
contribute to
sağlayacak.
the development of
Hayırlı
infants and children,
uğurlu olsun diyorum. Ekonomide üretimi,
to more time
ihracatı,
savings, and to
istihdamı
strengthen
ve katma
family
değer
ties.
sağlayan
I wish
teknoloji
you all the
odaklı
best.
projeleri desteklemeye devam ediyoruz.
We
Ülkemizin
continue to support
stratejik
technology-oriented
öncelikleri ve
projects
küresel
that
ölçekte
provide
yaşanan
production,
gelişmeler
export,
doğrultusunda
supply,
yeni
and added
teşvik
value in the
sistemimizi
economy.
Mayıs ayı sonunda ilan etmiştik. Yerel kalkınma hamlesi
At the end of
teşvik
May, we
programı
announced
ile
our new
atıl
incentive system
kaynakları üretime
in
kazandırmayı
line with the
ve
strategic
bölgesel
priorities
rekabetçiliği
and global developments
artırmayı
of our country.
hedefliyoruz. Pek çok kriteri
We aim to
dikkate
increase
alarak
regional
her bir
competitiveness by
ilimiz için
producing
4
surplus
adet
resources
olmak üzere
with the Local
toplam
Development Move Incentive
324
Program,
yatırım konusu belirledik.
taking
Bu
into account
spesifik
many
yatırımlara
criteria.
hızlı ve nitelikli
We determined a
destekler
total of
sunma kararı aldık.
324
Sanayi
investment
Bakanlığımız
topics,
teşvik
including
programının
4 for
ilk
each
çağrısını
province.
bugün yapacak. Belirlenen yatırımların
We have
her
decided
birine
to provide unique and
240
quality
milyon liraya
support
kadar
to these specific
finansman
investments.
desteği sağlayacağız. Bu
Our
müjdemizin de
Ministry of
iş
Industry will
dünyamıza
make the
hayırlı,
first call to
uğurlu
the
olmasını
incentive
diliyorum.
program today.
Enerji konusunda son yıllarda büyük bir atılım içindeyiz. 2020 yılında Karadeniz'de tarihimizin
We will
en
provide
büyük doğalgaz
financial
seçimi,
support up to
Sakarya
240
gaz
million
sahasında
liras for
12
each of the
kuyuda
specified
günlük
investments.
9,5
I wish
milyon
this good
metreküp
news to our
üretimle
domestic world.
birinci fazı
We have made a great
tamamladık.
leap in energy in
Halihazırda
recent years.
4 milyon hanede yerli gazımız
In
kullanılıyor.
2020, we made the
Yurt içi
biggest
ve yurt
natural
dışında
gas discovery in
günlük petrol
history in the
üretimimiz
Black
ise
Sea. We
170
completed
bin
the first
varile
phase with the
ulaştı.
production of
Filomuzu
9.5
güçlendirmek
million
için
cubic meters per day
yatırımlarımız
in
sürüyor.
12 wells
Şu
in the
an
Sakarya
4
gas
olan
field.
derin deniz
Currently,
sondaj
our
gemimizin
domestic gas is
sayısını
used in 4
6'ya
million
çıkartıyoruz.
households.
Yeni gemilerimizin de katılımıyla
Our
inşallah
daily oil
derin
production
deniz
abroad
gübresi
and
olarak
domestically
dünyada
has reached
4. sıraya
170,000
yükselmiş
barrels.
olacağız.
Our investments
Enerjide
continue to
tam
strengthen our
bağımsız
fleet.
Türkiye hedefine
Currently,
ulaşıncaya
we are
kadar
raising the number of
çalışmaya,
our 4 deep sea
yatırımlarımıza
drilling
yenilerini
ships to
eklemeye
6.
inşallah
With the
devam
participation
edeceğiz.
of our new
Son olarak
ships, we will
adalet
hopefully rise to
hizmetlerinin
the 4th
daha
place in
hızlı,
the world
daha
as a
etkin
deep
ve
sea
daha
fleet.
ulaşılabilir hale gelmesi amacıyla ilave bir
We will
adım
continue to
atıyoruz.
work and
Zamut
invest in our
yönetimi,
investments until we
destek
reach the goal of
personeli,
Turkey,
infaz
which is
koruma memuru
completely
ve
independent in
diğer
energy.
ünvanlarda
Finally,
peyderpey
we are taking an
toplamda
additional step
20
in
bin
order to make
yeni
justice
personel
services
alımı
faster, more
yapıyoruz.
effective, and more accessible.
Adalet ailesine
We are
katılacak
recruiting
her bir
20,000 new
kardeşime
staff in total.
şimdiden başarılar diliyorum. Rabbim yar ve
We wish
yardımcımız
success
olsun.
to each of my
Bu
brothers
duygularla
who will join the
kabine
family of
toplantımızın
justice.
ülkemiz
With
için
these feelings, I
hayırlara
hope that
vesile
our
olmasını
cabinet meeting will be a
temenni
means
ediyorum.
of good for our
Sizleri bir kez
country.
daha sevgiyle,
I greet you once again
saygıyla
with love and
selamlıyorum.
respect.
Kalın
Stay healthy
sağlıcakla.